Well, happy Thursday, everyone. This is Greg Dixon, your fun enabler for playing music for fun. And yesterday I posted an article called, let's see, put it up on the screen here. Um, it's called Ode to Joy, Your Fun Gateway to Melodies on the White Keys. So the basic idea of this is almost most beginning piano books start with Ode to Joy. And the reasons for this is that you can play it with just 5 fingers. You only need 5 fingers on the keyboard, and most people know the melody. It's pretty catchy. It's not the whole symphony, but it's what people know. This melody, and we play it in the key of C, so you can just play on the white notes. So I'm going to demonstrate on the piano, and the article talks about the piano because it's very linear, like it's very clear how the notes are related to each other and how the melody goes. And but that can be translated to any instrument you want to play. You just have to figure out the mechanics of playing it on a mandolin or violin or a cello or recorder, anything, saxophone, anything. Each instrument has their own different mechanics about getting the individual notes, but the ideas are the same. So anyway, without any further ado here, I'm going to just take a shot at playing the melody here. Oh, actually, I should go through what I've done in the article is I've illustrated the keyboard here, and there's a numbering system here. The numbers starts at C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 7 major notes of a major scale, and then it repeats here. So the notes of the major scale are C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and it happens on the piano. Those are all the white notes. And the hand positions here, that is a numbering convention where you start with the thumbs number 1 and the little pinkies number 5. And then here's what I'm going to attempt to play here and these are the numbers that correspond with your fingers, also corresponds with the element of the scale, but that's something for another discussion. And here, just for fun, this is what it looks like in sheet music. And my point in the article is it's a useful skill to be able to read music, but it's not essential. Many of the people that you follow, many people on the radio, either never knew how to read sheet music or not very good at it. Anyway, it wasn't the main thing that they used to create the beautiful music. Even top session players, when they go into a session, they may have the chord progression, or they may even have to make things up as they go, part of the creative process. So they don't necessarily have everything written out. If you're an orchestral player, if you're playing violin or timpani or something like that in an orchestra, sight reading is pretty essential. And Frank Zappa was kind of famous for writing everything out for his band. That is sort of really difficult stuff that you played at 200 miles an hour, and he wrote it out. He also wrote a lot of orchestral things too. And the session musicians that played with him, the first day they were scrambling to try to figure out how to play it, and Frank wrote things that he could play on the guitar. But the story is that by day 2, Frank could definitely play his part. So you better be able to play your part, or you probably don't have a future in the band. Anyway, but the whole thing I want to point here out is this is a place to start. We're going to start with the melody for Ode to Joy and show you how to basically improvise, play on the piano, and have some fun with it. Many really top musicians never really they just started. They have the piano in the house. Maybe when they're young, 1 or 2 years old, started picking at the piano, and next thing you know, they're just exploring it. And then it leads to a lifetime of learning. You'll never run out of things to learn, but you don't have to know much of anything to get started. So let's see what happens here. I'm going to put the piano. Oh yeah, by the way, this is a keyboard I bought. I've got like another keyboard here, which is a MIDI controller. I've taken lessons on a Steinway mini grand beautiful piano, and I never really learned to play. Even what I'm going to play now is something I struggled with for playing for years. So part of my whole playing music for fun is to get some of the obstacles out of the way and just start playing music. This little keyboard, I bought it. We bought it at Costco. You can get it through Amazon or any place. This was less than $200 Canadian, but it really it has about 400 sounds, lots of features that I probably never will explore. Battery operated, got pretty decent sound, and if you plug it into a big PA system, it will sound better than many of the touring bands in the 70s and 80s had access to. So it's a pretty good deal. And, it's something that you could sit on the couch, play during commercials. When you go on a road trip, you can have the kids playing the piano in the back seat kind of thing. So it's pretty handy. Anyway, so let's take a shot at playing this thing here. So I'm just using the default piano sound here. There are 400 different sounds, and I'm going to do an exploration about how fun that is at another time. And really, what it starts, and this thing is kind of cute. It's got a little light when you press the key. The position is that's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Ocha Joy goes something like this. Whoops. See, there we go. So I made a couple of mistakes there, and but the thing is you can just hammer away at that, play at that until you get comfortable with it, and there are a couple of notes. There are a couple of notes in there that all of the sheet music I don't think is quite right. I played something that I thought sounded okay, and we'll see how it goes. The other thing about this is once you play. Oh, the other thing I want to say is when you're looking at the lines, there's kind of phrases like you can learn it in a phrase like this is the first one. So that's kind of one phrase, and then there's a variation. So that's another thing, and see that ended on the C, and then this other one is a little bit different. And that's the third, and then the first one is really pretty much what we played the first time, or similar. And then it slows down, so you can retard. So that's the whole thing. Part of that's quite a just expression, and so I suggest that you try playing that just so you get comfortable with it. It's not really that hard. And the other thing I want to say is you can on these 5 notes you can probably just play with it and just make sounds you like. And just see what sounds good for you. And if you can think of something else, some melody or something you think you can play, just see if you can pick it out. It's a fun instrument, and you can experiment with it. The other thing in the article is if you want to get past these 5 notes, this is sort of like a kind of a bit of an advancement. Oh, it looks like our screen's frozen. Anyway, there's a finger technique here in order to allow you to play across multiple octaves. So it goes something like this. And then I bring the thumb over, 2, 3, 4, and then the thumb. And you can go all the way up the whole entire keyboard. and then you can come back down. So that allows you to go across. You can play from the beginning of your keyboard to the end of the keyboard. This one has, I think, 61 keys. A regular keyboard has 88 keys, but you can, gives you some flexibility just to play with this. So anyway, the whole thing is just have fun with this. Go make some joyful noise and see where you get with it. And let's go back here, bring me back on the screen. And you can see the full article here at playingmusicforfun.com/joy, ode to joy melody with hyphens in it. And yeah, there's a place for you to join, become a member. There will be still to put it into place, but there'll be a sequence, a welcome email, little bit of tips, and eventually you're going to have quite a few little lessons, insights here designed to, and my main purpose is to get people from zero, from being afraid to even start, to learning the basics, to being comfortable where they can go play music, with their friends, so they can play, amateur drop-in sessions, play professionally. So a lot of these things that I'm going to show you are good for just beginners, but they can carry you a long way. Anyway, so that's all I'm going to say for now, and have a good day.